Welcome back to another video, everybody. So today I want to talk about CBT. If you don't know what that means, it's an acronym for Cognitive Behavioral Therapy. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because growing up, I would always have negative thoughts in my head, saying that I was stupid, dumb, all this stuff, right? And it was really affecting me. It was affecting my way of learning, my way of just just everyday task, right? And so now as I got older, I'm like realizing what I'm going through, and so like this CPT thing has really helped me. And what's crazy is like I had to find it myself. I was searching up and doing all this research of like what I was going through and how I can fix it. And I did take therapy. Therapy did help me. Don't get me wrong. They helped me to a certain extent. Telling me to get a journal, write down what I'm going through. All this stuff and it's really helpful, don't get me wrong, but then I started realizing like I just feel like we're just talking about the same thing, so I just had to like end the sessions and just quit, altogether. But I want to help people that are possibly going through the same thing, so hear this out. In cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, negative self-talk, is a key focus, and there are several lessons to be learned about how it affects our mental health and how to challenge it. Here are 4 important lessons. Number 1, thoughts are not facts. Negative self-talk often involves automatic thoughts that we believe to be true, but they're not necessarily facts. In CBT, you learn to challenge the idea that your negative thoughts reflect reality. Just because you think of something doesn't mean it's true. For example, thinking I'm terrible at this doesn't mean you're bad at everything. It's just a negative perception. Okay, now we're going to go to number 2. You can challenge negative thoughts. CBT teaches you how to identify and question negative thoughts. When you catch yourself thinking, I always mess up, you can ask yourself, is this always true? Can I think of times I succeeded? This practice helps you recognize patterns of distorted thinking, like overgeneralization or catastrophizing, and replace them with more balanced and realistic thoughts. Okay, now let's read number 3. Your emotions don't dictate reality. Negative self-talk often stems from strong, overwhelming emotions like anxiety, sadness, or frustration. CBT helps you recognize that emotions, while important, don't define the truth of a situation. For instance, just because you're anxious about a presentation doesn't mean you'll fail. By distancing yourself from the emotion, you can view the situation more logically. Let's go to number 4. Behavior can change thought patterns. CBT emphasizes that taking action can shift how you feel and think. Engaging in positive behaviors, like setting small, achievable goals, can counter negative self-talk. For instance, if you feel unproductive and tell yourself, I never get anything done, you can break tasks into smaller steps and celebrate each small accomplishment, proving to yourself that progress is possible. Now let's read the summary. These lessons in CBT empower you to take control of your thoughts, challenge the negativity, and build healthier, more realistic thinking patterns. Okay, so we read all those lessons, and let me give you an example about myself. So when I used to go to school, I was failing all these tests. Like, I kid you not, I think I failed like all the subjects more than like 10 times. And all these thoughts kept coming in, like I'm stupid, I'm a failure, I'm never gonna get it. And literally, like, I had to like be my own motivator and tell myself, like, I don't care how long it takes, I'm not gonna quit. And when I had that mentality, like, I kept failing, I kept messing up, but I was just like, okay, what am I doing wrong? How can we fix it? And that mindset right there, what can we do? How can I fix it? Helped me a lot. And eventually I got it. I was able to get my GED. I was able to be on the stage and actually, prove to myself, like, man, like, I can do things. It's just hard sometimes. And It's really hard, actually. It's not easy, right? So that's one example. And then the second example is at my job today. I mean, not today, my job last week. We're doing extremely hard work. It's a lot of thinking, it's a lot of troubleshooting, a lot of figuring out how to be a problem solver, you know? And all these voices just kept coming in my head saying, like, I'm an idiot, I'm stupid, you know, why are we here? Like, just overwhelming voices, right? And I had to like recognize, okay, these voices are coming in, they're telling me so many negative thoughts, but I had to create another voice and say, no, we're gonna stay, we're not quitting, we gotta push through, we can do this. And right there, that helped me to push through, that helped me to keep moving forward. But the thing is, I had to recognize what I was going through. I had to recognize that I was having these emotions, these anxieties, all this stuff, right? And then when I went home the next day, I wrote down what I was going through. I wrote down like, okay, I'm panicking, I'm stressing out. What can we do better the next time? Okay, take deep breaths, count to 3, you know. 1, 2, 3, and keep doing that, you know. And then just like motivate yourself with these voices, you know, like, it's hard, but it's not impossible. We can do it. And I had to really just tell myself, like, who cares what these people think about you? Just prove to yourself you're not a quitter. Prove to yourself you can do it. Prove to yourself that if you keep trying, you're eventually going to get it. And who cares if it takes you this long, like, who cares, man? Just focus, don't panic, and just control your mind. You know, I had to really just try to focus and control my mind. But yeah, you know, this tool right here helps me a lot, and I know it will help you definitely. There's gonna be a short clip of the Joker where he was talking about negative thoughts with a therapist, and I'm gonna share that video. It's just a short clip. I think it's cool. But anyways, I wanted to help anybody that was going through the same thing that I'm going through with these negative thoughts, and this can help you how to control it, how to be more positive with yourself. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention that I used to take medication for when I was diagnosed with ADHD. I don't take medication anymore. I think it's been like 10 years now or less. The reason why I don't do it is because it makes me very, very slow. I don't like to feel like that. I like to feel, I don't know how to explain it. I like to feel like energetic. I like to feel like hyper, you know? That's what I like to feel. I don't like to feel that low mood. I just don't like it. I just don't. But I'm not a doctor, so don't listen to my advice. If you need medication for what you're going through, obviously take it. But for me, I decided not to because I want to learn how to control my thoughts, my emotions, and just how to really be accountable for my life, you know? So I don't take medication anymore. Now I've been doing this CBT thing, and you know, I still struggle. It's not permanent. It's really not permanent. I'm still going through all these things, and I know everybody else is. I'm not alone. So anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I hope everyone has a blessed day. Thank you.
You don't listen, do you? I don't think you ever really hear me. You just ask the same questions every week. How's your job? Are you having any negative thoughts? All I have are negative thoughts. I said, for my whole life, I didn't know if I even really existed. But I do.